Welcome to Triple Coverage Fantasy. I'm your host, I'm Hunter. I'm here with,
John,
And Rob. We got
let's get
a
going.
top 24 draft today for your mock draft. We got our top 24 rankings. We're ready to roll. It's June, we're ready for the big season. Never too early.
Oh, 98 days.
Yep.
98 days.
All right, so coming in at the 101, we got Bijan. You guys both had Bijan 101. I have Gibbs. I have Gibbs my 101. They're obviously the two clear top guys this year in every draft. So what do you guys think? Why do you guys have Bijan over Gibbs?
I'll start this off. He's just the best player in fantasy this year, not competing for any touches. He's the best player in this offense, best player on the team. He's going to give you a handful of volume and just the best overall player in fantasy, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, can't say any better than that. I completely agree with that. He's the best player on that offense. He's in a better situation this year, and I trust him more than Gibbs.
See, so
I
I'm,
do.
I'm kind of on the other side of that. I have Gibbs as my one, obviously. I mean, I just think they're very even. My tiebreaker is really just the offense, much better in Detroit. But I mean, Gibbs only had 38.5% of the carries inside of the 5 yard line last year. So I mean, I'm
Mhm.
expecting with no Montgomery, that was really his main game that's gonna jump up majorly this year. All right,
Yeah,
coming in at three though, we got Chase, Jamar Chase. Me and Rob, we both had him at three. John, I know you had him at five. So
had him
why,
at
why
five.
you want to
Yeah.
explain why you were much lower on him?
I mean, he's probably the best receiver in the league. Just the health of his quarterback is the only reason why I dropped him down to five.
Hmm.
You could put him close as the number one pick in all entire fantasy football. It's just I can't really rely much on Burrow. Yeah, I know they have Flacco. Flacco really he did well with Flacco,
Yeah,
but
he
his stats
averaged
are padded from
21
that.
and a half points with Flacco in
I know, but
games.
his stats are padded from that 50-point game. A lot of it goes to that. That's my take on him, though. You'll get more consistency with Puka and JSN if you're going to go there at three.
I mean, my argument is I think he's far and beyond like in real life the best receiver between him and Puka and JSN. And I
Oh, I
also
totally
think,
agree. I totally
yeah, I
agree.
mean, Burrow's due for a healthy season, So I mean, I think you got a great value on Burrow too this year in drafts. Like he's going around like the sixth, seventh
Yeah.
round. Like
Yeah.
you can get a great value on the stack, which really
Mhm.
good. And even if Burrow does get hurt, you have Flacco, and he was great with him. So Rob,
Flacco was
anything?
good.
Chase, I mean, you just said it. He's due. Burrow's due for a healthy season, and I don't know. I think this is the year he could finish wide receiver one.
Yeah, like one of the Bengals gonna make the playoffs again and have a great year. It has to be the year.
Exactly.
It's been too
It's coming
long.
soon.
Yeah.
I just don't think the Bengals are that good of a team. That's my take. I don't
And
think
yeah,
they're a
their
playoff.
defense didn't really improve either, which I mean, they have Dexter Lawrence now, obviously, but what can one nose guard tackle really do for you when your
Not
secondary is terrible?
Swiss cheese.
Yeah. All right. Pick four, we got Puka. I mean, I
Hmm.
think I think Puka is more of a risk than Chase just because of Stafford being 38 years old now. And then also Puka's had a bit of an injury history. I mean, I just think it's a little bit more risky. Obviously, he averaged over 100 yards last year. It was great, but I think it's a little bit more risk than Chase's.
I mean,
Um,
the off the field stuff doesn't bother me at all.
Yeah, I
Uh,
mean, I'm not really
he's
scared
just
of the rehab stuff.
he's got the best passing quarterback, the MVP, best coach in the league, probably the best offense in the league. There's not much really to say. That's why. I
yeah, I mean, this is the best team in the NFL, I think, by a pretty big margin. And my only problem with Puka is if they're winning by too much, they're really not going to need to throw the ball.
Yeah.
I
But you
can't get
know,
behind that. I can't
but
get
the
behind that.
Rams throw the ball a lot, so that's
All right, coming in at
What
five, we got JSN. I mean, I definitely think it's a tier break here. I'd definitely much rather Chase and Puka personally. I just no Kubiak now. I think the offense in general is going to be worse. I mean, he had a high target share of 35.9%, but I mean, I just don't think it's sustainable kind of that target share. I mean, they didn't bring in anyone else, but still, I just think
Mhm.
Puka and Chase are just better than him.
It is going to be
yeah.
interesting without Kubiak. That
Yeah.
I got to agree. But I mean, it's still if he falls into your lap at five, you got to take him.
Yeah, I
Probably the
mean,
third, second best receiver in all of football. Maybe even the best in all of football. You can put it that way. But
yeah.
he's one of the best talents in the league. Just got paid. He'll put up points for you. He really will.
All right. At the sixth spot, we got Amon Ra. I know the floor here is much lower or much higher than CMC, but the ceiling for CMC is different, which who we have at seven. I
Mhm.
just think, for me personally, I think he's just the last safe guy in the first round. I feel like these first six picks are pretty safe, and he's the last safe guy in the first round. The rest is very risky, I'd say. So that's why I have him here. And I'm not really worried about the new OC and Petsing. Like, people were worried about Johnny Morton being the new OC last year, and it really didn't affect him at all. I mean, he's still the receiver four in the season, so it doesn't worry me.
I mean, personally, I would put McCaffrey ahead of St. Brown, even ahead of JSN. I could get that far, but Amon Ra, you know what you're getting. You're getting 8 to 10 targets consistently every single game. You know you're getting health, and you know you're getting points. You know you're getting a safe floor. McCaffrey, when healthy, he's the best player in fantasy. It's not even close. But can we bank on McCaffrey being healthy for another season? I think I can. I don't know if you can, but it'll be interesting to see.
Personally, I had Amon Ra at my 4, strictly
Wow.
because that he's just the most consistent player in the league, and like there's really nothing much to say. He's just consistency year in year out.
I just think that the thing with CMC is that, I mean, yeah, if he's healthy, he averaged over 24 points last year, but historically, 85 to 90% of running backs coming off leading the league in touches, like, they always regress the following year. It's just bound to happen. Touches wise,
Yeah.
health wise, like, it's just bound to happen. But I think it's worth it at the 107 because the people behind them have just as much risk, and he just has a way higher
Mhm.
ceiling than all of them. So
But he wasn't
Sure.
really very efficient either last year. What's he
yeah,
averaging?
he only averaged 3.9 yards per carry. And the
Yeah.
year before, he was on four in the four flat.
Yep.
And he was in the fives back in 2020
In a way, I
four.
could see them pushing more off the running game. They took a running back in the third round.
Yep.
He could definitely play a role,
I
but
mean,
you're always getting the receiving volume from CMC,
yeah.
and you're getting the goal line no matter what.
The
Shanahan did say
receiving
he
work
wants
is
him to be
just
more fresh. So,
Yeah.
all right. Here at the 1-8, we got Jonathan Taylor.
Hmm.
I mean, he averaged 25 and a half points with Daniel Jones weeks 1 to 13, and he averaged only 14 from weeks 14 to 18. So that's 11-point drop off. And then you also you don't really know the health of Daniel Jones to start the season. He's assuming to play week 1, but you don't know if he's going to be the same player he was during those weeks. So I mean, I'm a little bit scared. I mean, JT's also had kind of an injury history himself, so I
Yeah.
don't love it, but what are you going to do here? There's really no one else you could take over him, I'd say. Or I'd
he's
I
prefer.
kind
mean,
of like McCaffrey. He's like I feel like they both have very high risk,
Mm,
but the reason why we have CMC over JT is strictly because who has more upside?
yeah, I mean,
It's Chris McCaffrey.
yeah.
I'm not a big fan of JT. Not really. Just
I'm not
more
really big,
offense.
I'm not really a big fan of any of the late first round this year at all.
Yeah. I mean, I would take Genty over him, but it's a little disrespectful to put Genty over him because if you look at the beginning of the season from Taylor, he was unreal.
Yeah, he was absurd the first
He was unreal.
13 weeks.
So right now, I don't mind putting him there, but as the offseason goes on, we see more about Daniel Jones.
Mhm.
We can
Yeah, totally.
if we have to.
Yeah, I mean it's only June 3rd, guys. So
It is
Exactly. We're
98 days.
very early.
yeah. All right, coming at 9, we have Jefferson. This is a major risk in the first round. I mean, no nine at least you hope starting at quarterback, but even Kyler, he really hasn't been that good the last couple of years. So well, you don't know what you're gonna get. It's very risky spot to be in. He only had 1,000 yards last year. He had 2 touchdowns. I mean,
Mhm.
you can rely on KSC to resurge like a Kyler season, but still, it's a big risk I think at the this early on too.
He's just too talented.
Yeah,
He's,
that's the thing. I mean, he still averages 90 yards a game over his career.
mhm. I mean,
He's
he's
Yep.
talented. You got to take him there.
yeah,
If he falls there, you got to take him. I would take him over CD any day of the week.
yeah.
Just hoping that I mean, hope you get a 1,300 yards and 8+ touchdowns. That if that pays off, that's awesome.
I mean, Kyler's done it one time in his career with D-Hop, which was, I mean, 5 years ago though, or 6 years ago actually. I
I
Yeah.
mean,
mean, seriously,
McBride was pretty solid
Kyler
last year.
Kyler hasn't had a receiver like this
Yeah,
since D-Hop, which was how many years? 4 years ago? 3 years ago?
like five
So
back in
yeah,
2021.
yeah, crazy. So
Pushing
I don't
5
know.
years ago.
I'm a Kyler believer, so I do believe in Jefferson this year for
Yeah,
sure.
I'm not the
But
biggest
also
fan.
the addition of Juwan Jennings could be a little thing, but it's Jefferson. So
I just think that hurts
like,
Addison and
yeah,
Hawkinson more than it really hurts him. I mean, none of those players are close to what Jefferson is talent
We're out
wise.
of his league.
Yeah. All right, coming in at 10, we got CD. I mean, Honestly, I like CD this year. I'm not really too worried about Pickens. Pickens also hasn't been at OTAs. He's probably going to hold out being franchise tagged. So if that situation is going on the whole summer, I also would think it would boost CD stock over the offseason. But he was dealing with the high ankle sprain from week 3, or got hurt week 3 and it was on. But I still think he's Dak's number one receiver. I mean, I wouldn't be too worried about him. I mean, his ceiling just might be more capped now with Pickens there compared to what it was years before,
I mean, the high
Yeah,
ankle sprain lingers throughout the whole season. It's not a injury that goes
especially
away.
for a receiver. Yeah.
It's not an injury that goes away, and it
Hmm.
definitely he was still good when he came back, but he wasn't himself, and it was very easy to tell.
Yeah.
But CeeDee Lamb at 10, that's a good pick right there. You got to
Mhm.
go there.
I agree.
Here we got the 111. We got Genty. John, I know you had him at your eighth spot. Wanna
Mhm.
talk about why you're so high on him?
I'm very high on Genty this year. I mean, new coach, better offensive line,
Yep.
better offense in
Linderbaum.
general. Linderbaum was a big reason with the Ravens, helped out that run game a lot. I really think Genty takes a step in the right direction. Yeah, I think he will split the backfield more than he did last year, just because it's what Kubiak likes to do. But Asher Genty, you took him what, sixth overall last year? It's time to really run the brakes off him now. Start him,
Yep.
get him going.
They did draft Mike Washington, I think around
Yeah.
round 5 or round 4. So I mean it's
Mhm.
possible for a committee, but I just think yeah, Kubiak
Every
like
back
that in
committee.
Seattle, but I think Genty, yeah, K9's good, but I think Genty's he's a better player than K9 is. Also, Charbonnet is a better player than Washington will be.
100%.
I mean, yeah, and you having Linderbaum now, and Gentry only had 10 carries inside the 5, and I'm assuming the offense is going to
It's
improve, so that
all
should
the
go up.
offense.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right. At 12, we have Devon Achane coming in at 12. I personally think it's a very risky pick with literally no one else in the offense. Yeah, people could argue it helps him. He's going to touch the ball more, but he's not a big run. He's not a 300 touch guy really. I like running. I don't think he can withstand that workload. And I also think Malik Willis being his quarterback does not do him any favors. I mean, Malik Willis only had 4 total targets to running backs in the 1.5 games he played last year. So I don't think it really helps him. And last year he had over 60 receptions. So I think his stock definitely drops compared to last season.
He's the riskiest pick in the first round. It's not
Yeah.
close. It's not close. And the whole offense has changed. The whole team has changed.
Hmm.
It's a totally different team.
You have
I
to
mean,
ask yourself: are the Dolphins going to score touchdowns?
No.
Like seriously, are they going to score touchdowns? Not many. That's what I think when I see Achane. So
100% agree.
But HM what made him good. Had a lot of design targets in the passing game. Yeah, I
Yeah. I
think
mean,
he still will have that. But I think that was a lot about Mike McDaniel. And then
yeah.
we'll talk about that later with Hampton at the end of the second round, which is why I think he's going to be a stud this year.
Big loss. Big loss in McDaniel. All right. Coming in at 13, we have James Cook. That everyone thought the regression was coming last year, including all of us, I'm pretty sure. But I
yes,
mean, he actually had a career year in touches. He had 342 compared to he had over 60 compared to his second high season. So I mean, that offense is always going to be good. He's always going to get goal line touches. So I mean, Allen's always going to be there. Obviously, Allen actually had 14 carries inside the 5 yard line compared to 16 from Cook. So he's always going to be there, but it's just such an efficient offense that he's going to
Mhm.
score no matter what. The
Agreed.
regression might just never come.
There's nothing much. Good O line, good
Yeah.
offense. You're going to score a lot. That's
Hmm.
it.
he's not the flashiest player, but great player.
Gets you points.
Job done.
Yep.
All right, 14. This is Saquon Barkley coming for a bounce back season. I mean, yeah, I mean, you're drafting him what, top 5, top 6 last year. So I mean, being able to get him at a little bit of a discount coming off a down season is nice, but I mean, he wasn't really that good last year. I mean, the O line lacked a lot, but
Yes.
they didn't run the ball as much as they did in 2024, and I think that's something they get back to help him, especially with no AJ Brown now, to help him get back to where he was.
Whole new offense, new coordinator,
Mhm.
new receiver. AJ Brown's gone. I mean, Eagles are still a good team. The offense will still be good. It'll still be one of the better offenses in the league. But last year, they were in the 20s in overall offensive rank. So that really hurt Barkley. They were the number. They were a top 5 offense last season, 2 seasons ago,
Yeah.
and that benefited from Barkley. But the offensive line was hurt. They really struggled. Dickerson was out. Johnson was out for a lot of the season, and that hurt him.
Yeah, for sure. I completely agree there.
All right, coming in at 15, we got Drake London with who knows who his quarterback is. As of right now, I think people are projecting it to be Tua. I mean, I don't think Tua would be that much worse than Penix, to be honest. I mean, Waddle was still pretty solid last year, and Tyreek was too before he got hurt. I don't think it really will change. I mean, his catch rate is just so wide. He catches any ball that really is in his area. So I still like him here. I think there's definitely a tier break after him for receivers.
Personally, I would rather Penix out there with London, but he's the number one receiver. He's the only receiver on this team. He got paid. Happy for him, but it's time to produce some fantasy points for us this season.
Great player. He has the money now. So
Yeah,
let's see.
big contract yesterday.
Yeah.
Don't overthink it. Easy pick right there.
All right, coming in at 16, we got Omarion Hampton in his sophomore season. I mean, you said it earlier, McDaniel. I think that's a huge thing, man. I mean, a 31-year-old Raheem Mostert had 21 touchdowns 2 years ago, 3 years ago. I mean, so I think the sky's the limit. Like I could see Hampton finishing as a top three running back.
He's gonna be great.
Yeah, it's a great situation.
Probably the best, one of the best situations. It's
Yeah.
still Vidal back there. That's it. Nothing much.
I do think Keaton Mitchell is a guy that McDaniels will use, though. I don't think he's just gonna.
Yes.
I don't think it will all be Hampton, but I mean, we've seen back in that 2023 season, Mostert had 21 touchdowns and Hampton had 11. Like you can, like he loves the run game. Like he will use two guys, but I don't think you really
Mitchell will
hurt him.
have a similar role to what he had with Baltimore, I think.
Yeah,
But as long as they don't overuse Mitchell, get a Hampton out there as much as possible.
mm-hmm.
He's
100% agree.
took him in the first round for a reason, right?
Yep.
Let's use him.
All right, 17, we got Kenneth Walker coming in. Now this might seem high, but I mean, if he can withstand a big workload and be healthy for a whole year, which I know is a lot to ask of from him. I mean, I think the sky's the limit. That's a great offense to be a part of. Mahomes' last good running back, which Kareem Hunt back in 2018, averaged over 20 points per game. I know their offense obviously won't be as good as it was that year, but it's still a good situation to be in, especially with Bieniemy back now. I think the offense will be much better.
I'm not the highest on Walker, but I could see people taking him this high for good reason. He's a good player, Super Bowl MVP. He's a good running back, but the health, can he play? Can
Big
he have a
problem.
full workload? And can he play
I'm
17
I'm a
games?
huge fan of Eric Bieniemy, which makes me love this pick at this point. And he had a rough regular season, Kenneth Walker, yeah. But we see what he can do in the Super Bowl and the playoffs. He was an animal.
When
So
he gets the touches.
exactly.
Yeah. All right,
When
18.
Charbonnet went down, he was a dog.
Oh yeah, he was great. Yeah, honestly, that helped the Seahawks in the playoffs with Charbonnet getting down or going down, to be honest. All right, 18. We got the man in jail himself, Rashee Rice. I mean, this is assuming obviously he's not suspended. I mean, it's only June, so we don't really know yet fully. But if he's on the field, I mean, he averaged over 18 points a game last year, and he was a somewhere near that back in 2024 before he got hurt in Week 4. So. I mean, Mahomes love him. He's obviously Mahomes' number one target. They really didn't bring in any new competition. They actually lost Hollywood Brown
They
too. I know they
lost.
drafted a receiver, but he's still the number one target. I mean, I just don't see how if he's playing, he could go any lower than this.
Yeah, 100%. If he's on the field week one, that's an easy pick. Middle of second round, easy pick right there.
Yeah,
You know what you're getting. I
yeah.
don't think he's one of the best receivers, talking real life standpoint, but you're gonna get the volume. You're gonna get a bunch of targets, bunch of receptions,
PPR
all
skin.
PPR. Yeah.
Yep.
You know
Just
what
got
you're
to stay
gonna
out of jail, man. Gotta be a good citizen.
All right. We actually got the jailmates together. We got Josh Jacobs coming in at 19. I mean, Jacobs was actually really good last year. I actually didn't realize how good he was until I looked at the stats, but he was really solid the whole year pretty much. I mean, until he got hurt towards the end of the year. So I mean, I
Yeah.
think it's
PCL.
a safe pick. I just don't think he has the upside like the guys in front of him.
The knee injury he had last year, it slowed him down. It was pretty obvious. They started
Mm.
using Emmanuel Wilson more. He's gone now.
He's on the
He's on
Seahawks.
Seattle. So it's a good pick. Hopefully, if he's on the field week one, take him there. But now, or assuming nothing's going to happen. But if nothing happens, take him there.
Yeah.
A lot of sense.
All right, at 20, we got Chase Brown, who I actually have much higher. I would take him over Jacobs. He was great to end the year. He averaged 21.3 points from week 7 on last year. No matter who
2 weeks
the
in a row.
quarterback was, Flacco, Burrow. I mean, they're gonna check down. They're
If you look at
really
those stats
not runners.
from week 7 on, you said it's
Yeah,
like absurd. He's
he's insane.
RB1
Yeah,
from that
and
stretch
they
by
didn't bring
far.
in any new competition either. There's still Samaje P.
Yeah.
Ryan and Taj Brooks.
And we
So
got
Mhm.
Burrow now. Burrow's going to be, well, he should be healthy. We hope so, which I think could only help him. A better quarterback out there only helps the running game.
yeah. All
Just
right.
you're getting consistent
Yeah.
targets, touchdowns. That's it.
Coming in at 21, we got Jeremiah Love. John, I know you were way higher in your rankings. I didn't even have him in my top 24. I just think the situation there in Arizona is not something I really want to be a part of. Like, yeah, Jacoby Brissett, if he starts week 1, great, but how long is he going to start for until they put Carson Beck in, which is something I don't like. And also, like you said earlier, Rob, that they're underdogs in every single game.
They
Uh,
can, they
this year.
realistically probably can go 1-16, if I'm
Yeah.
being honest. That's the ceiling is like 3-14. The floor definitely 0-17. It's
Hmm.
just the worst situation possible. I didn't really like the draft pick. So they're just throwing him in such a shitty, garbage situation. And I mean, it just sucks for him.
Yeah.
The
It's kind of
reason I'm
like,
a lot higher on Jeremiah Love than you guys are is because he's the third highest paid running back. I think he's the third highest paid running back in all of football.
he might be the highest paid in all.
He might be the highest.
Yeah.
I don't know. I got to check that when this is over. But he he's getting a lot of passing game volume. He was a great receiving back out of college. Yeah, he's competing. There's 3 other solid running backs I would say in that backfield, but he's the best one there. I don't really think it's close. Just look what he did in college. It it's night and day. He is the best player on this offense. He's going to score touchdowns. The offense isn't the best, but he will score and he will get a decent amount of volume.
You can say he's going to score touchdowns, but he probably will score most of the touchdowns. But they're probably going to get what, 1-2 touchdowns every game. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't really
And
like this
also,
pick here, but
also without Algier, like they signed him for a reason, right? Like
yeah,
he's a bigger back. All right, coming in at 22, we got the new Patriot, AJ Brown. I mean, great.
I'm
I think
excited.
it's massive upgrade in situation and quarterback going from Hurts to May. It's a great upgrade. I mean, I think it's a good spot. I mean, Diggs put up over 1,000 yards last year, coming off an ACL tear. So sky's really the limit for AJ Brown. I could see him going way higher than this back in
Mm-hmm.
September, August, later during the
As
draft.
mini camp goes, training camp goes on, I'm one of the biggest AJ Brown believers around. I think he's the top 4 receiver in football. He needed to get free from Hurts.
Mhm.
He's the true alpha #1 receiver. He'll make contested catches. Look at that stretch he had with Philly. 125 plus receiving yard games in a row. I mean, come on. You're going from you're going from Jalen Hurts to Drake May. That's a huge jump. Huge.
Yep, couldn't
And
agree more.
I'm super excited for this. Can't wait.
this is a great pick here. But I just have a little rant about AJ Brown. How are you not happy making 2 Super Bowls, winning a Super Bowl, making the playoffs every year in Philly, and you're not happy? That just says a lot about the character of the player. And I mean, I'm just not a big fan of him. I'm a fan of his game, obviously, but I mean, I do not like him as a player. That is for sure.
I just disagree. That's it, though. I disagree. AJ Brown's one of my favorite players in the NFL. I disagree.
He's a crybaby. That's what he is. He's a baby.
He's a
That's it.
diva.
Exactly. I mean,
I mean, all the
terrible.
receivers are though. I mean, but if you're going to 2 Super Bowls, you went to 2 Super Bowls in what, a 3 year span, and you're complaining on the
He has a
sideline.
ring with the Eagles, and he wants to leave. All right, man.
Yeah,
I'm a GM. I'm not taking you. I'm not taking you on my team if that's the character you want to put on my football team. If let's say Drake May doesn't throw him the ball, what is he going to read his book, cry?
yeah.
I don't know.
He gets 5 catches
If
week 1. He's coming out week 2 with the buck on the sideline.
you want the ball, I'm taking it on my fantasy team. He wants the ball better than no one else, and he produces.
No, he's definitely a good pick here in the fantasy wise draft. But I mean, I just don't want him. I just hate him.
Yeah.
I
All
think.
right. Coming in at 23, we got the exception himself, Derrick Henry. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
my only scare is that he has to fall off eventually, right? I mean, they have no
No,
Ricard, no Linderbaum. That's my only scare. I feel like if once he gets like an injury, which he really has been fully healthy these last 2 seasons, I feel like that's like most likely when it's going to happen. So, I mean, I think it's a great pick or great value. So, I mean, last year he's going in the early second round. You get him in the late second now. So, I'm definitely good value here now.
I could find a way where he can go up this board as his training camp goes on. But you know what you're getting at Henry. You're not getting many receiving. You're going to get 10 plus touchdowns and over 1,300 rushing yards. And don't overthink it. He's still one of the best running backs in all of football. And I'm also excited for him again. The
Yeah.
offensive line took a hit, but you'll get a healthy Lamar back there. And
Yeah.
hopefully it'll open it up. It'll open it up.
Healthy Lamar, that offense is going to be good.
Yeah.
So I'm a fan of Henry. He's going to get his touchdowns. Well, as you said, the wheels will come off soon. We just don't know when.
I don't think it will. It's Derek freaking Henry.
All right, coming in our last pick, 24, we have Nico Collins. I mean, I personally have no problem with Nico, like his play. I just think Stroud is really bad. And I mean, Nico's only had a 24.8% target share the last two seasons. So that just kind of scares me that he doesn't get that many targets already. And then Stroud's just an inaccurate quarterback.
Yeah, I mean, he was more of a deep threat receiver.
Hmm.
They try to make him more of a overall receiver. I feel like they got to play where he's comfortable at.
Yeah.
He's the
I
deep
think
threat
is
guy. He'll get his 20 plus yard catches. Stroud, I think, will be better. He's got to play for a contract now. This is it for Stroud.
Yeah.
I think he's going to play better, and I hope that it translates to Collins' production on the field.
I like Nico Collins here, especially with Tank Dell coming back for this year. You got new David Montgomery coming in. I feel like the offense is going to be totally better. Stroud literally can't get any worse. He had such a terrible year last year, and I feel like he's gonna want to prove himself as he did his rookie year. That whole offense is gonna be better, and I love Nico Collins in this spot. I feel like it'll be a steal this late to draft.
Yeah, especially after he's going round one last year. Early, like he went pick eight in our league, I know.
Yeah, he usually late first in every league, early second. So
Yeah. All right, well, that's it for the top 24. We got a couple honorable mentions here that just missed the top 24. So we got Trey McBride is our 25th guy, who I'm not the biggest fan of just because of, obviously, I said earlier, the situation, and you don't know where Brissett, how long he's going to be playing for.
yeah, I mean that offense, that team is it's a question mark.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I also think you guys are, in a way, underrating the Cardinals. Like, they're not a good team. I'm not saying they're a good team. I think they're a horrible team. But they got some playmakers on that offense. They got some playmakers. I still am believing in Marvin Harrison Jr. Michael Wilson was pretty solid. You got Jeremiah Love now, and you got Trey McBride. Yes, the quarterback, Jacoby Brissett, is not good, but he was very good for fantasy last year. He was very, very good. He put a lot of targets in the Trey McBride, and even Marvin Harrison for a stretch of 2 games before that appendicitis injury.
I mean, Michael Wilson was insane.
Michael Wilson was a stud.
Yeah.
that's a great take, John. Honestly, I really didn't think of that. Maybe that can sway me a little bit, but that's a great point. Yeah.
All right, next up,
We're kind of overlooking like the team standpoint instead of like the fantasy wise offense.
Mm-hmm.
all right, next up at 26, we have George Pickens, who I had on my top 24, but I know, John, you didn't. Rob, did you?
I did.
Okay.
I mean, he benefited a lot from Sheedy getting hurt. He's
Yeah.
a good player. He is starting to hold out, which doesn't get me nervous in a way. But he's just someone I would take in round 3. He's not someone I would take Collins over him. I would take Brown, and I would take Rice all over him. That's why I wouldn't put him in here.
I feel like other than Chase in 2024, every receiver that's held out like the whole offseason has really struggled. Like Terry this year, CD in 2024 had a down year. It's just not a great situation to be a part of if he really is going to hold out the whole summer, but I still think he deserves to be in the top 24.
I'm not a fan of these holdouts, but I feel like Pickens is very justified. I feel like he definitely should be getting a contract this year after what he did with the Cowboys. So pay him up.
Mm-hmm. All right, 27, we got Devontae Smith, who obviously A.J. Brown just got traded to the Eagles, so he is now the receiver one in the offense, which he hasn't been since his rookie year back in 2021. So my only scare is Hurts. Really, he hasn't been good as a quarterback, a passer. I know he's been great for fantasy, but passing the ball, he really hasn't been great. Like A.J. Brown was a guy that you can just throw up a fade ball and he's going to catch it most of the time. I feel like Smitty really isn't that archetype of a player, but I guess we'll see how it goes.
Yeah,
I'm interested to see. I mean, I like Smith. I think he's a good player, especially without Brown. He's the focal point of this offense
Hmm.
in the passing side. Uh, I'm expecting a pretty big season out of him. I would personally take Smith over Nico Collins.
Wow.
That's just me though for this season. For this season,
crazy take, John. I'm not gonna lie to you.
we'll
I
see how
definitely
it.
disagree, but I like the faith in Devonta Smith. And just the Eagles' offense doesn't. It's good. I'm just I don't know. I feel like it's gonna be a Saquon year this year.
All right, and our last player, my tight end one, Brock Bowers. I mean, I just think the situation, as you said earlier with Genti, it's a massive upgrade compared to what it was last year. Compared to, I feel like Trey McBride, his situation is only getting worse. And I just think Bowers. I mean, after he was injury riddled season, got hurt week 1 with the PCL. I just think he's gonna have a monster bounce back year, especially with Kubiak, who just helped JSN get 1,700 yards. I don't think Bowers is gonna have 1,700 yards, but I think he's gonna have a great year for a tight end.
Yeah, I completely agree with that. I honestly have Brock Bowers as my tight end one as well, and I just like the consistency I feel like he's gonna have next year, and just the situation standpoint.
Mhm.
I think he's gonna have a great year. I do have McBride over him, but I just don't see Brock Bowers paying off any of the value that you're getting out of these second round guys. In a deeper league, sure. In a 12 team, uh, I think the guys you're getting in the second round are all going to put up more fantasy points than Brock Bowers.
Yeah, I agree. I'm not really a fan of the tight end early this year. So
All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed our first video. We're hoping to release videos weekly, other rankings, receiver, RB. So we hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to like and subscribe. Looking forward for a long summer of fantasy content. Sure.
Yep. Let's go. Let's get ready,
go
man. It's around
All
the
right,
corner.
hit that like button.
let's go. Thanks for watching.